This guy is just, yep. Things be flooding, but okay. I guess I go back to work now. I don't want to get my toes wet, so we're good. Hello, everyone. Sargon, Destroyer of Worlds here, and welcome back to another episode of Timberborn. We are here in the colony of Beavertown, and we are looking at District Number 2. Our objective in today's episode is to make District Number 2 self-sufficient. As it's currently being supported by District 1, we have things like logs, water, and food being sent. As you can see here, we roll around over here. We have our distribution post delivering goods here. So we're okay for now, but we need to be better. So how are we going to accomplish this? We are actually going to come up and we are going to build some levees around here and around here and make these areas forestry areas, plant a lot of trees. We will build a farmhouse and we will build a small farming, probably carrots over here. And lastly, the main thing we're going to do is build some water pumps here and probably some new water storage as well. Now, in order to take on this massive expansion building activities, we will have to increase support from District Number 1, making sure we've got more logs coming. So we're going to have to probably build some more housing to grow our colony in District 1. And then as well, we'll take the opportunity to fix this large water reservoir that has died out once again. But I have a fix for that. Pretty sure we know what's wrong. So with no further delay, let's get into it. First thing we're going to do is we are going to start mapping out and getting our levee system in place. This is going to take a lot of effort from our beavers. Now we still want to make sure we have the water flowing in through here. So that's going to take a lot of effort for our beavers. And as well, we want the same thing here. So actually, let's build the levees coming in through here. And we can build that down here. And let's remove this levee before it gets built. And the other ones, we're going to have to come over here. And we're going to do something very similar. But we will... apparently stack our levees, which we'll fix in a second. But I do want to make this as narrow as possible. But I think we'll have to lose a few trees. But we'll come around and we will have to build some levees here as well. So we've got to get down there. So let's come in and to our pathing. I think we just need a single platform. Let's double check. Yeah. Single platform. We'll put one here. And we'll put stairs. And we will connect a path here. Might move that around in the future, but that's good for now. We'll also need to come around over here. So let's take the opportunity to put some paths here and a staircase. Make sure we appropriately connect this. And as well, we can run a path system coming through here. And we can just connect these up. We'll also make sure there's an opportunity for the beavers to go around up top as needed. There we go. And we missed a couple spots here for our levees. Now, one little thing, I did play test this and I wondered, could I get away with this? And I think that does leak water through. So you do need a solid levee in there as well. And before we forget, let's remove that extra levee. We do not need it. And I think we probably want to come in and we will prioritize this area here because it's the smaller area. Now we do need to remove some of those trees there. So let's come in. Let's put a lumberjack. And let's make sure we set to come in and cut the trees. But let's give them the priority of removing any trees that are going to be in the way of our levee system. So I think that's all of the ones. No, this one as well. And that should be good. So we have that started. We still have 4 days left of our drought. That's not good. So speaking of the drought, let's come in and rethink some of the things that we have here. So we do have 3 dams here. I'm actually going to come in and remove these. These 3 dams are going to do no damn good. So so let's remove those. We will have to come back in and put levees in, and we will make sure we have path connecting. I do also want to now ensure we can trap the water. I think that was our downfall here. So let's come in and build, let's put 3 levees, and then we'll just put 3 simple floodgates there, and we might as well provide a path. I do think we're going to have to provide a staircase down, so we'll put a staircase in there. We'll also take the opportunity to put a staircase here for the future. But that should be good. So, but we do want to prioritize as well. We have a lot of priorities. And, you know, as they say, when you have too many priorities, you have really no priorities. But this is also a very high priority. So let's see if we can get that built. That can wait. These are lower priorities, aka medium, so that's fine. Let's have a look at our employment situation. We do have 6 vacancies, no room. We did start building a tower system up here, or a high rise of housing. So let's add a few more jobs. We need those jobs filled, so we do need to put some housing. So let's put a couple more lodges in there. So we probably need 4 houses, or 4 lodges, I should say, because we do have 6 vacancies. If we go back to District 1, we have 6 vacancies. So we do want a little overhead, especially since we need kits to come up and grow up. So I don't mind having a few unemployed workers, but we do want all our jobs. So to complete this, we need to come around and put a series of platforms here. And we do need to make sure we provide pathing, otherwise they'll never get there. And on this district, we will prioritize the platforms themselves, and then they can start building the homes. And also, let's provide, while we're over here, some shortcuts. So we're going to put a staircase here, and we will also come in and, don't want the double. We'll put some platforms here. We will put a staircase here, and we will also put a staircase there. And that way, there's a little shorter distance to get between places. So I think that works for now. But they'll prioritize these platforms before getting to this part of the build. So that should help alleviate some of our worker shortage that we're experiencing over in District 1, as I say, 6 vacancies. Districts 2, we have a lot of unemployed beavers. So, and first thing we can do is we can add more jobs to the district center over here in District 2. The other thing we can do is let's come over, because we do have a lot of areas to build. Come in our labor, we will come to our builder's hut. And let's put a builder's hut right here. The other thing to make things a lot more efficient, we're going to come in and we will build a hauler's post up top. Now, we should really get the game going a little faster because this is going to take a long time to get all this stuff built. So we'll put our hauler's post here on top. We will need a platform. So this will be where they'll first be able to get up, which is fine. Oh, we do need to put a little path there. That works. Should also make sure we do a quick look at our food stock. We're doing fine. We're doing okay for now, but we are going to run into some problems. We will come over back to District 1, and we will have to get rid of all this deadness. So let's get rid of this. Make sure this is all cleared so we can do new planting. I think this is the best way to go. We'll just start from scratch. It'll also allow us to put a path there. It's looking good. And speaking of paths, we've got a little bit of extra here. So let's also remove that path there. We don't need that. So as you can see, the beavers are hard at work. Oh, I didn't want them to prioritize this. But that's done. That is medium priority, high priority. For some reason, they are continuing. Okay, very low priority, very low. Come on, very low. We don't need any of that being built. This is the stuff we want built over here. Even this. Come on, guys. Somebody really doesn't want to work. There's one unemployed beaver who's like, nope, that does not need to get built because I know that's where you're going to put me. And darn right, that's where you're going to go. And if I could, I would make you work 24 hours because obviously you're being lazy. So things are okay. We do have the levee system started over here. And I'm wondering what we can do to make this even more efficient. And I think what we will do is we will come, we'll make this a high priority. So let's be a little smart by this. Because these are rated a higher priority, that builder's hut will not get built. So we'll come in and we will mark these as high priority, but not the highest. And same thing over here, we'll come and we will make these high priority. That way, these 4 unemployed beavers will get jobs. And let's just make sure we're looking at District 2. 4 unemployed beavers, and since there's room to grow, we'll have even more unemployed beavers, like these 4 kits will grow up, and right now there's no jobs for them. So we want to make sure they have a fulfilling life by building, farming, or doing forestry, or the like. Or maybe just running around as the hauler's post, just bringing one log from one log system to another or to where it's being built. Well, speaking of being built, these guys are making great progress. Loving it. So this will work out quite well. We have a half day for this drought before it's over. Plenty of water being held back here, although this is now emptied, which is fine. Not a big deal. Not much else we can truly do about that. But there is enough water in District 1 to survive 0.2 of a day of a drought. So, no problems there. The drought has ended and we have water flow once again. Now, this won't really do much for us. We will get some water around here. We'll be ensuring to push some water because we do need to get these farming fields active again. So we'll use our floodgate system to make sure we have water. As you can see, it is coming around. So that's fine. And hopefully we'll be able to capture enough to last the next drought. And as you can see, this will actually get even better and push more water this way. as these areas are carved off and cut off from actually holding any water. Although we're upon nightfall, let's have a look-see at our distribution post. And we aren't being very effective. So this is why we want to grow District 1. We have 11 vacancies. We have 13 kits about to grow up. That's good news. But let's make sure we are supplying District 2 with enough things. We're going to need more logs, so let's add more routes. Add a route. There we go. And we're going to add, I think, 3 routes of logs. We really want to make sure District 2 is not starved from key building materials, because we don't really need them too much right now in District 1. We have a thriving lumber industry. Look at all these trees. We're doing quite well. Oh, speaking of quite well, we would do quite well to turn all our pumps back on. Oh, a little bit of flooding. Let's come in here. These 2 left floodgates need to be reduced to 0 height. There we go. That's good. Oh, we didn't get there in time. Almost. Glad we didn't start planting our fields over here. Speaking of which, let's come in to our food and we will build a farmhouse. We do want to build it right here. There we go. That works. And we'll also make that a high priority build. Nothing to do. Oh, you already got all your logs cut. Okay, my dude. And here I was threatening you to work 24 hours. So I'm not sure whether you can cut these. Can't recall when there's water, but we'll find out. Looks like he's not unhappy, so maybe he can. We'll find out. So we do need, since we have those trees removed, come in and put some levees here. And that will be a nice large area to secure. So looking good. What are these guys up to? They're hard at work. So we can add back to the builder's hut. A couple more jobs. Oh my goodness. We have no unemployed workers now in District 2. That is good news. So we have 4 kits coming up, which is good. Because we do need we have farmers, but we need to wait for this to all this water to go away, and then we can start farming in this square here. We might in the future look at maybe building more levees here, but that's not a today thing. I do want to make sure we just push a lot of water into here, hold all this back, and in fact, you'll notice now we've got fertile fields again. So let's come in and plant some crops back down here in District 1. And I think we're just going to go potatoes. Potato man. Go potatoes here as well. And up here, we will put wheat. We don't need the wheat yet, but we will at some point in the near future. You know what? Let's do a little bit of sunflowers. Let's do a small sunflower field because why not? Now we do have a few empty spots in here, so those are carrots. So we'll just fill that space in to make it the same crop. So that works. We have some issues. Unconnected building. Oh. So this is now operating, or can, so we do need to make sure we put a path. And although not a primary focus of today's episode, we will take the opportunity to get power going in here. We'll unlock the large windmill for 1400 science. And we can place it right there. So that's doing good. So that will help ensure we have enough power. If you look, with all the water flow we're having, plus beaver power, a small windmill not moving, we're kind of at the limit of our, well, sometimes we're exceeding the demand, and sometimes not because of the water flow. And as well, we want during the drought to have as much power as possible. So the good news is this area has dried out, which will now allow us to come in and plant some crops. I think we'll just do carrots. Double check the size we can go, which I believe is this. One more double check. Perfect. Now, we did have some dams here, which would work in general, but as we look to hold back more and more water, the water would flow through here and then flooding our field, which does not work at all. Now, always in the future, we could look at, maybe we want more water flowing through here, but I think we'll have the water just control and come through the dams over here, which I think works best. Now, the other thing we can get on the go is water. So water in District 1, we probably need more. More store. No, it's coming up. We're doing fine. District 2, we probably have more than enough for another drought, but if you look, these are not full. That one's getting built, but we don't actually have our own water production over in District 2. So I think the best spot is over here. So we'll come into water, and we will put some water pumps. Let's see, where do we want them? 1, 2, 3. I think that works. We will prioritize one of these to make sure we have it running before the next drought. And we do need to ensure these are connected via a path. And then we'll just, for fun, we'll make that path connect between the 3. So that's looking good. We'll have plenty of water, which is good. And you know what we should also, what we'll also end up doing is putting in, I think, some floodgates. So we'll come back to landscaping. And we can put 2 floodgates there. We will mark these as a, actually that makes them the very low priority, because those have no benefit without this levee at least being built, which I think we can make a high priority. So that is looking good. Now we have some lacking of workers, but I'm not worried. This is District 2. We have 5 kits growing up. So as these come on stream, we will have, beavers come to take those jobs. Let's just do a quick job. Yeah, we have some job vacancies. You can see there's 5. We can definitely hold and take on more jobs. We're not going to build too much more of this in terms of things that require jobs or that, are jobs, such as lumber mills. Those will likely come in future episodes. But we only have room for, we got 10. So we might not need to make any more housing for now. So that's probably fine, because we have a lot of things under construction and got a lot of priorities. Oh, I made these high priority, but not very high priority. So let's come in and we will readjust these to be a very high priority, because I can see them starting to build over here, which is, thanks. I appreciate it. But not necessary at this exact moment. I want to secure this spot first. So with that said, we can also look to put in place our forester. So if we come in here, where does this make the most sense to go? You know, we want to put it there. Yeah, why not? So we're going to take the opportunity to move this lumberjack. So we'll build another one first. This might get moved a few times. So let's put it there. Please build this because I want to stop this one. Pause it. Now that we have this one built, we can demolish this one. Get rid of it. We'll come back in and put our forester right there. Don't need it built yet. We will lower the priority just to make sure, or I'll try to minimize the chance of them actually starting to build it. And you'll see why. Like, these log piles used to be full. They're now empty. We just cannot keep up with the massive demand of logs to build all these levees. So let's come back to District 1. Let's see what we can do. And we'll slow things down. It's always good to take a moment and take stock of things. So we have plenty of food, we have plenty of logs over here, and plenty of water. And in District 2, we've got a lot of water, considering our population size, and this will come on stream soon enough. So let's come back to our distribution post, and let's have a look here. We're having a lot of planks set over. We probably don't need them at this point, so let's remove that. And we don't have any water going over, which is good. They don't need it. They have gears going over, which is fine. So let's just add as many routes as possible bringing logs. That is the limiting factor to our build, so this is the best way to support them. And as I said, this is why I wanted to make sure we had enough population over in District 1. We have 2 unemployed beavers and 2 jobs, vacancies. Probably one is this, so if we come over here, yeah, that was one. Where's the other unemployed or thing that is turned off? Okay, I found it. It is this lumberjack flag, which we definitely don't require at this stage. This can go the way of the dodo. And we can take the opportunity to fill that space with some potatoes. So we'll just put some potatoes there, and let's put one there as well. These are drying out. Oh, we need to push some more water around. So let's come into our floodgates. We're going to raise some up so we can push some water into this area. We want this full of water prior to the next drought. So we might have to short-term sacrifice. Oh, you know what's not helping is this. These need to come down. I did not realize the floodgates were up. So that will help. Because these would dry out. Which these are almost to dry out. Oh, glad we caught that. You never know what's going on, so you have to be careful with your floodgates, especially when they're under construction. Should have set those to 0 as they were before they were built or while they're being built. Hey, some nice pretty sunflowers. I like. Should probably do some more of those. They do provide benefits to the beavers. If we come back to District 1, you'll notice we've got some vacancies. 2 vacancies. We have 4 kits growing up. But that means we're really tight on the number of beavers in our colony. So let's come back to our housing and let's continue the tower building here. Since we have some time and we have plenty of resources over here for this. So we do need to come around, add some more Platforms, I do think we need to come in with a double. I think that's how this will work. We'll find out as we continue coming around. So we do need a staircase here. So that will help. And then we can come and put some more accommodations. So come into housing, and we can put, perfect. So let's get these 2 lodges built. And we will prioritize these platforms and staircase. And then they can build the 2 accommodations. That will then give us a little bit of breathing room in District 1. Oh, we have a drought incoming in 2.5 days. And you can see we've actually pushed a lot of water around. So let's reduce the height of this for now. And we can probably start raising some of these floodgates here, just to minimize the amount of water that's flowing in. I think we might need to come up. Yeah, need to come up to 1. And after the next drought, depending on what happens, we might have to, you know what? Let's take an opportunity to start another project, because why not? Let's build our levee system out. Let's see if we can reach all the way across. At least this will minimize the amount of water that's going to flow around, because that flooding is not good. We need that food. We're prioritizing harvesting, which is good, but oh no, that is not good. So maybe we'll let more water through for now, because this is full. This should last us the entire drought that's coming. So we don't need to worry too much compared to past droughts, where we've obviously failed in holding all the necessary water. So speaking of holding necessary water, let's come in and let's prioritize in the construction of another water pump. This area is done, but we also means we need to prioritize this construction, and this is rare. We actually have more logs, all the planks we need versus the logs, because we're that short for logs. So this forester is going to become very, very valuable. We can turn off the lumberjack, because there's nothing to lumberjack at this point. So that is... Are we short of food in District 2? No, we've got food. Dudes, you guys can go eat. I'm fine with that. Not sure why you're not chowing down. Got plenty of carrots. Actually, let's see, what do they have here? Actually, we can see that best here. They got a lot of carrots and a lot of grilled potatoes that are being sent from District 1, which is handy. I'm glad we didn't shut off the food, because this flooded. And that's my fault for not paying attention to how the water was filling up. But that's fine. They'll do fine. Actually, will District 1 do fine? Oh, we're flooding here too. Oh my goodness. Sargon, pay attention. So we need to get that water out. I've never flooded this badly before. Well, that's a bit of a lie. So these buildings, oh, because you didn't build the staircase? That's being built. All right, no, flooding is still an issue. Oh my goodness, bad times. So let's reduce the amount of water coming through here. We'll let this area flood out. I think that's the sacrifice we need to make compared to the main district. District 1 must survive. So in fact, we will even raise up that floodgate. And then maybe we can get away with... This is how I normally have it set up. I usually have 2 gates open with the other gates. There we go. That's solving our problem. Whew, okay. That is good news. And this guy is just... Yep. Things be flooding, but okay. I guess I go back to work now. I don't want to get my toes wet, so we're good. Must have just had a manicure. So let's... I guess a pedicure. So let's just double check on how we're doing. Look at that. Look at all that water. Now, we won't hold all this because the drought is coming. Do we have a breach somewhere? We must have overflowed this. That's not supposed to happen. That isn't good news. So, definitely was not paying attention. So we might even have to keep an eye on that and see whether we need to build a second layer of levees to ensure we have complete protection of what's going to be forest in here and forest over here. Otherwise, the levees aren't very valuable. But I think we'll be okay. You can see how much logs are being used as they come in. The logs come out. Where are you? Okay, you're delivering the log. Like little missiles on the back, but they're ingenious. In fact, I wonder, maybe what we should do is let's pause. Make sure to turn it off. We can pause the delivery of logs and have them come in at least into this log pile because it is the closer of the log piles. There you go. You can move that, take that one. There you go. Perfect. And he's going to take it. Okay, I thought I was just going to deliver it there. I'm like, dude. Now, I'm also noticing this is very strange. The logs coming in from District 1 are taking the longest route to the log pile. Now, I don't know why, because they can come up here. That just must be the shortest. Or maybe they're coming from this log pile, which is the closest. So let's make this a little easier on our beavers. We'll come in and we will add a log pile here. That will help. Yeah, that's a bit of a fail. This beaver, hard at work. Look at him. Oh, sorry. And he's like, wait, what? Gotta go. Hard at work beavers. We're going to log over. Building levees. Now, hopefully this levee system is the right size that they'll be able to reach and come around. If not, one of the things we can do is potentially build staircases that might make it shorter. But we'll play that one by ear. So we can speed things up, get to the drought, because there's not much we need to worry about at this point. Except these unconnected buildings still? Oh, I missed the pass here. Okay, there we go. All good now. And these buildings lack workers. Oh my goodness. Are we still having worker problems in District 1? Okay, that's a District 2 thing. That is also a District 2 thing. This is a District 1 thing. So we do have 2 vacancies. We have 4 free beds. There are 6 kits that will grow up. So we should be okay. We're not looking to add any more jobs to District 1 at this point. We will in the future. But that's not a today episode thing. In fact, wow, I can look at all this paper we're actually producing. So that'll be good as we look to use that in future episodes. We'll be well supplied. This poor forester, nothing to do. But let's come in. I'm not sure whether it's going to allow us to plant. But let's see if he will. He's thinking about it. Thinking about it, maybe. No, he's just gonna do a little dance up here. He's quite happy, just doing his thing, just grooving to the music. Not that there's. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he went probably to bed. Suspicious. Very suspicious. Volzal, keep an eye on you. But the drought is upon us. Let's pause things for a moment as the drought hits. Okay, so what we will do now is we're going to raise up all our floodgates here. Hold back that water. Or not. Wow, okay. See how fast that started to rise? We're going to have to wait for the actual water flow to stop. And then we'll see what happens. Okay. So the drought has started. We'll wait for all this water to just go away. So there's the water flow stopping. We'll pause things for a moment. Actually, we can let things run. That's fine. We should be able now to raise our floodgates up. Keep those all synchronized. And that should hold all the water that's in our water reservoir. Took us a bit, but we got that solved. These will eventually come across, and we might not be able to get as far, but hopefully that will be enough to keep the water away from our carrot field up here. So also just checking to see how far this water is coming around. So far, it's not threatening our main district, but I think it's something we need to be mindful of. So let's come in and let's just build a series of levees. Okay, how far can we go? This is the edge. So let's do that. We can afford to use a lot of the logs and some of the labor that we have over here, because we don't want any water coming in. You know, if it came down here, it'd be fine, but it would quickly overflow and I think take over our forest fields here. So don't want that to happen. So as we enter, oh, it's only a 6-day drought. That's not bad. So District 1, as you can see, we have plenty of water, plenty of logs, plenty of food. Funny enough, no grilled potatoes. That is something that hopefully resolves itself. We might need to build another grill, but we don't even have any potatoes in storage, so that just might be a crop thing. Or maybe they're just so popular that they just get eaten right away. And there we go. That water has resolved itself. And yeah, okay. So those carrots are still good, and we'll be able to keep planting there. That is good news. So if we come back and let's just continue looking at District 2. We have enough water. We have logs, so we're actually collecting logs finally. Although we're going to have still a massive amount of building to do, so we're going to need plenty more logs. This is where all the grilled potatoes are. Oh my goodness. These greedy beavers over here. Now, they are probably the ones doing the most laborious activities with all this construction, but it doesn't mean the guys over in District 1, the little beavers, boys and girls over there, aren't working very hard. What's even funny, they actually even have potatoes over here. I didn't plant potatoes. We have wheat. Oh, we're in the global view. Ah! Okay, let's go back to District 2. But we do actually have potatoes coming over, and they do have all the grilled potatoes. So we will have to look at that and see if we can fix that. But let's see if we can get our entire area secure over here as we blink through this drought. The drought has now ended, and you'll notice our reservoir over here held water. I believe it was 7 days, so we're doing okay there. Now, we will come in and we will lower our floodgates, let the water out, but the water is going to come flowing back in. Make sure these are all set to the correct height. So we should be fine to avoid flooding. I think what we'll do too is we'll leave that for now and we'll let the water push around and fill back up our reservoir. But we're doing good. We are doing good. Now I will point out this is yet to drain, but it has come down. So we're gonna have to wait a little while longer. And unfortunately, we didn't quite get this finished. It is almost done. Beavers are working extremely hard to get this done. And then we can actually come over and start building a forester over here as well. So we'll place it here. But we're going to have to wait for all that water to basically evaporate and go away before we can actually take advantage and put anything here. But speaking of putting stuff in here, we will be unable to get down there at this point. So we will need to build a staircase. So let's put one right here. Why not? Looking good though. Okay, let's actually, speaking of looking good, let's make sure we're not flooding anywhere. Not getting any warnings. Looks like things are well balanced. And get our water pumps going again. Making sure we're getting plenty of water. So you can see district number 2 is starting to become self-sufficient. Obviously, we have a little bit of a snafu here with the water infiltrated these levee areas, but that will eventually go away. Now we are just waiting for this staircase to be built. Okay, maybe we need to come in and add a path. Maybe now they'll come down. Hello? You now connected? You're now connected. We're just waiting for the beavers to recognize. They can now come all the way down here. Oh, that was also, they just needed to be able to come down here. Well, fine then. So, but we will add a path system down here just because at this point, not that it goes anywhere, at least for now. But that's fine. That's looking good. So district number 2 is on its way to be self-sufficient. Next episode, what we should be able to do is make sure these forest trees are going, start growing some trees. We do have, oh my goodness, it's flooding again. It is flooding again. Okay, let's fix this. Let's actually just, before we do anything, we built this levee wall. It is not reaching over, which is fine. But we're pushing too much water through for what these dams can actually handle. So we will take this moment and we will demolish these two. Let a lot of water out, but we will come in and build some dams again. Just extend the pathing over here. Actually, I'm not sure that solves the problem I thought it was solving. Maybe what we need to do, because I think these are just a bridge too far at this point. Nobody can reach these. So let's try to redirect some of that water. We'll come into the levees. And let's see if we place a series of levees here. And hopefully that will push the water. So until we get this needs to be solved. So hopefully we can prioritize this. We might need to, oh no, they can reach. Unfortunate they couldn't get all the way across here. That would have been good. We now have an army that's walking through an area that they say they can't reach. Oh, that is too funny. Although it's funny, they're trying to say they can come over. Okay, let's what else should we do to make sure that they have every opportunity to come across? We can build a staircase there. We will have to remove this path that's not really needed. We can then come put one there. So they might be able to come down and across. As you can see, as each one is built, they have a better and better chance of getting further and further down. So because this levee that they're building is connected to this levee, they can reach it, but they can't currently reach that one. So the path on top of the levees is what is helping them reach further and further. But our goal is just to redirect the water so that we can save our field. Because otherwise our self-sufficiency is not going to be working too well. Although this is getting close, which is good. So while we're thinking about it, let's come over and let's plant some chestnut trees. Because why not? Just fill that entire area. You can see how full that is. It's all the way up to that floodgate. It's all the way up around the levee. But we are releasing enough water through this area. We just want to ensure it goes down. Okay, this has helped. As you can see, they're now coming over here. And if we can get this down here, it likely will stop all this water from pushing up. So let's see here. We are so close. Come on, little beaver dudes. You can do it. You can do it. In fact, let's come off that. Can we prioritize this one, these two, and then that one? That's where I think the magic will be. So they're coming along. Let's see. Hopefully today they build this. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Is the water starting to redirect at all? We got a little dry patch there. Well, that's good news. But obviously this is not yet built, but they're getting close. That one's built. Come on, this one. This one. Who's over here? Oh, I guess they thought, no, there's enough kind of building this one, so I'll just do my own thing. Okay. You do you. Okay, are we there? Almost. Do we need to go a little further? You can see it. It's coming here. It's almost doing exactly what we need. But I do think as we start a new day, these beavers will have to come a little further. Look at all that water coming out. It's just pouring out. In fact, perhaps when I move the dam, as you notice, all this water is now coming out of these two spots as opposed to these two spots. So that probably pushed us a little further up, which is probably what is causing us some of these issues. But we're getting there. So I think with that, we're going to leave it in suspense to see whether this levee solution is going to solve the self-sufficiency problem of our farm that is currently primarily flooded for District Number 2. So I'd like to thank you for watching. As you can see, District 2 is extremely self-sufficient at this point. We got our trees being planted. This area is dried out. We have some farming. And we'll continue to expand District Number 2. There's things that we can build up here, as well as getting back to District Number 1. And next episode, we'll look to rebalance some of our food to make sure that we're hitting some of the treats or things that beavers like, including bread apparently. They love their bread. And we're going to deliver that next episode. So please stay tuned. And until next time, bye for now.